It's funny how one decision can change your entire life. In a year where nearly nothing went to plan, we faced major hardship and grief. We had to dig down real deep to keep going. There were beautiful moments, lots of laughter, but lots of tears too. And somehow, we have come out on the other side, a little battered and a little bruised, but with a foundation built for our future. Go away somewhere. This is the story of how over the course of a year, we completely changed our lives by starting a farm. So I just checked the website. I'm not crazy. This unit was supposed to be 79.5 inches, but the total height of this thing is 85. Yeah, I can't see my arms on the outside.
Once you're in, we can put it down because it's got wheels.
Don't mind us.
This is a thing that happens around here.
We have been homesteading since 2014. This has looked like many garden attempts, a handful of birds, and even an orchard and a subcompact tractor at one property. Our plans kept getting bigger and bigger until they far eclipsed the free time we had left over from 2 full-time jobs and a side hustle.
Hey, Mr. Whistler. Hi. Hello.
In the first few months of the pandemic, everything changed. I left my job, pursued the business full-time, and as our homesteading dreams grew and grew, we decided to move across the country to a property that used to be a thriving farm. Surely that would be big enough for our part-time homesteading dreams. But fall of 2022 brought a startling revelation. We wanted a complete career change. Again. We want to farm. It's no secret that it's hard to make money farming. And if we were going to do this, we needed to turn an income year one. We decided we would start a upick berry and flower farm, as well as a market garden.
Snap!
Happy Valentine's Day!
So as we laid our well-thought-out and researched plans, winter carried on. Hikes, snowstorms, deep freezes, and planting the seeds, quite literally, for our new life. Spring arrived with a little warmth and sunshine. But unfortunately, the new life it brought with it was a rat infestation. We tried everything for weeks. Nothing worked. Finally, we were forced to live trap our feral barn cat and lay down poison. While we were fighting our rat problem, we got to work clearing a very overgrown pasture. I don't know how much of this we thought we were going to get done, or if we were just desperate to get to work outside on our farm. Fairly soon, we had to abandon that so that we could spend our time turning the earth. Our tractor is too underpowered to use the double plow that we have, so we had to rent and then borrow 2 different tillers to get this done. We tilled the garden, prepared the rows for our upick berries and flowers, limed and cover-cropped by hand, planted the corn. We continued to tend our seeds and gently harden them off. Other than an increasing amount of rain, everything was going to plan. Then, in a rather spur-of-the-moment decision, we decided to add a whole new facet to our farm business. That's right. As complete and utter beginners, we got 12 pigs. The thought here is that while they would provide pork for customers, they would also help us clear the overgrown pasture.
What do I got for you, sir? Dawson? Dawson?
Between failing cognitive ability and growing tumors, we knew our time with our elderly husky Malamute Dawson was coming to a close. After a pizza dinner, his favorite food, we let him go. Unthinkably, just 3 days later, Sawyer presented with a neurological problem which was indicative of something much worse. A solution to this could not be promised with any treatment. She had a beautiful evening at the ocean on the beach. And then we said goodbye. A fox killed our only female goose. The males became violent and unmanageable, and we had to cull them. The fox also killed our only male pheasant. We sold the rest of our game birds.
Today is the day. Sir Stan has to go back outside. We initially brought Stan inside in the first place because of our rat saga. Now that the rats are dead, knock on wood, haven't wanted to say it, but we think they're all gone now. He does have to go outside. I initially thought that we were going to keep him in until I could get him to the vet and get him neutered, but he's super tame now. That just happened in the last couple days. Super tame, and I'm confident that I can catch him when it's time to go get him fixed. So we're just gonna get him out. He has been escaping his room, and he's an intact male cat, so he started spraying in the basement. So it's time. He's got to go outside, and we're gonna do that now. All right. Go. You're back outside. He's flat again.
Go back inside.
There you go.
We didn't see Stan again for weeks and assumed we never would
I
again.
don't see him.
While he did come back, he has not become any more tame than when we let him free.
Trying to zero turn on a tractor. I broke a thing, and now we're missing a bolt.
Summer came and didn't care about our feelings. We had work to do, whether we were grieving or not. The pigs had outgrown their training pen and needed access to additional pasture.
Jack's known for climbing trees.
Am I?
No.
Now to turn off the electric fence. I hope that you guys don't notice.
At this stage, the piglets were still super cute, relatively cheap to feed, and, for the most part, staying exactly where we wanted them.
So we're on our way to get our 3 to 5 turkeys.
I might have missed the dash.
Turkeys were another spur-of-the-moment decision, definitely one we thought we were more well-equipped to handle. It was a surprise that they were a month old, though, not day-olds. It had rained for most of June, so the end of June came, and we didn't have our garden in yet. So we rushed to get that in and prayed for the best. Jack had imported ship's mass black locust, an improved straight variety, from Hungary. It was high time to get those seedlings into the ground as well.
We are evicting the turkeys. They stink. They've stunk up the whole house. And they are escaping. And they gotta go. So we are fixing our pig fence today. We had them in the electrical strands and that stopped working. So we have netting now. Yeah, they're all up in your business, huh? So it may not be ideal, but here we are, about to try to put up the new pig netting. Ow, ow. With the pigs in the pen.
Hey.
Hey! He's catching it.
Days later, we made the jump and moved the pigs out of the chain link and onto the pasture. Then, we waged war on the squash bugs and potato beetles that were threatening our crops.
What we're gonna try is to make some tansy bug spray. It's 1-to-1. Basically, you just steep it like a tea in some boiling water, and then you let it cool right off, and you strain out the leaves, and then you put it in a spray bottle, and you're good to go. I believe it just acts as a preventative. It smells kind of like citronella.
Wait, can this smell? It actually smells really good.
Yeah. So I think it's just a preventative because it's got kind of a strong
Can we
scent.
save just a tiny bit and keep it right there? Because I want to make a candle out of this.
We saved the pumpkin crop, but we lost the potatoes. And the rain didn't stop, and the garden started to drown. Early on a Sunday morning,
Hey, Boogie Boog.
Whistler had a suspected stroke.
Hey, Mr. Whistler.
He passed with his head in my hands on an exam room table at the emergency vet.
Here's our pumpkin patch. It's doing pretty well. Of course, the grass is growing up. I can get in here and weed whack a little bit, but it's mostly filled in, at least this half of it. So we got all kinds of pumpkins starting here.
We're gonna mix it together, and then we're gonna make.
We looked ahead to the things that weren't failing. The garden was gone. The flowers had not produced enough to open a upick. So we were starting to put our faith in the pigs and the pumpkins. Kenzie and I snuck out of the province for a quick vacation to visit family, and Jack stayed home to struggle with the pigs.
So I just have one left to get back.
Concerned that pigs and pumpkins were not going to pay all of our bills, we came up with yet another idea: goat walking. And for goat walking, you need goats. We found a group of goats in another province, and a full day of driving and ferrying later,
The goats are here. Look how cute.
So what's your thought with this one? Is there a thought with this one? I guess is the question.
All right.
Jack, do you want to go? we do need a weather.
I'm not joking.
I'm gathering that.
Yeah. You did just say you need a weather.
Oh, things I say all of a sudden hold some weight now.
So not only did our friends Ben and Nicole help us out with a goat that we didn't know we needed, they also gave us the opportunity to help film season 2 of the Homegrown Show. So the market garden and the upick flowers were out. Pumpkins, pastured pigs, turkeys, black locust, and goats were in. And for a minute there, everything seemed to be going really well. The pigs were growing like mad, and so was the black locust. For scale, I'm 5'4". Something's eating the pumpkins. Fortunately, the deer were easily put off by a fence. So you'd think that all the turkeys being right by the door would mean that they want to go to bed. We'll see. We will see about that. They're notoriously difficult to get back in their house, especially with the goats. So once again this morning, the pigs decided to just take themselves out. So I'm either gonna end up using this footage for a video or for divorce court. Jack went to do a lesson and they continued to get out. He helped once, but then he continued to do his lesson, even though the pigs are getting out. So he's just left me to deal with this. The electric doesn't appear to be working at the fence. Okay, so maybe not divorce court. Jack did come down and help. Somehow we have them all in the duck yard, which was not great because we had the ducks and the goats in that yard. So now Jack has gone again. I don't think that can hold them. Y'all need to calm down. Don't push that. You hear the ATV? You ready? Come on, piggy, 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 piggies.
Come on, pig. Come on, come on, pig, 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 pig. Here's breakfast. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Breakfast, breakfast, breakfast. Come on, pig. Come on, guys.
There you go, just close it.
Oh, did you check the door? You better go check that.
October arrived, and somehow, not only had our pumpkins survived, they'd thrived. And people showed up. Our pumpkin patch actually worked. It was incredible and one of the most surreal experiences of my life. We'd also somehow managed to keep all of the turkeys alive, and they all successfully went to butcher. And we did not come home empty-handed either. Meet Cricket and Sam, our first sheep. Jack knew about Sam. Hello.
You didn't give me an update on the sheep on the way home. You didn't want to... You're on thin ice, bud.
It solves more problems than it creates. I promise. Promise.
So the pigs found a way out of their fence. They looked out the window and they were all running around. So we had to run out here and get on the ATV and herd them all. Thankfully they were hungry, so we managed to kind of lure them back into the pen and close it up. And they're already testing the defenses, seeing if they can get out.
This is where they squeezed out. Even though they are such large pigs at this point. We have 2 days until the guys are coming to work on the
Floornish.
So we have a lot to do in here. We have to clean it out. We have to paint the...
Dornish.
we have to clean everything. We have to take some of these panels off because it's gonna be really inconvenient at the bottom there.
To lightly sweep the floornish.
We needed to get retail dollars for our meat for this to work, so we renovated part of one barn and opened the Russia Stornish, our farm store, in Russia Gornish.
Still waiting to hear an ETA for the freezers. Supposedly they've shipped, but that's not what I'm seeing online. So hopefully they get back to us and tell us when they're gonna be here. And hopefully it's gonna be before the pork is ready to be picked up.
The freezers are here.
It needs to stop raining. This is so stressful. We have to get the stuff inside, but we can't do it till later. See, that is not ideal. So I just checked the website. I'm not crazy. This unit was supposed to be 79.5 inches. It does mention in the description that it has 2-inch casters, but the total height of this thing is 85.5. So like these are 6-inch casters. Yeah, no. I didn't turn on the camera. Friends of ours came to help and we managed to get the last 2 freezers in. It's absolutely incredible in here. I think that might have been the hardest part of this entire thing, is what we just did. And it feels like this absolutely incredible, it just feels insane to be now over that hurdle. Like I'm exhausted. This is coffee. It's late. I don't have words. This is insane. This is crazy.
Countless sleepless nights were starting to pay off in the store. But we weren't done getting livestock this year yet. Sam and Cricket needed some ladies, so back to Digby we went.
Good boat sheep. Hello, boat baby.
It was about this time that Jack decided he liked sheep and picked out Arthur and Alice, 2 registered polled Dorsets. We spent what little grass time we had left rotating the goats and the sheep to different pastures. And unfortunately, our inexperience with sheep led us to not realize that Cricket was sick until it was too late. We've heard countless times that with livestock comes dead stock, but it certainly doesn't make it any easier. Even with expert intervention, at this point there was nothing to be done, and we lost Cricket. November was a whirlwind of renovations on the store. We made time to be in the Santa Claus parade for our community, and that was another surreal experience that I can't put into words. And somehow we managed to pull it off, and the first weekend of December, we opened our farm store. In December, we also welcomed Mr. Walter Brown, our brand new Border Collie puppy. We finished the year with fireworks and the feeling that we maybe might have done it. In early January, we bought a livestock trailer. The last 4 pigs went to butcher, and we brought home 4 more. The goats and the sheep are starting to have their babies, and our numbers are growing, along with our knowledge. Black locust seeds are selling through our website, and we're shipping all over Canada. Hundreds of pumpkin seeds have arrived. We have plans to expand the patch by 10 times and expand to 12 different varieties. This year was incredibly difficult and rewarding. We couldn't have done it without our family and our community. And going into another year, we're ready to do it again. We changed our lives and don't regret a thing. We started farming.